Hey everybody, we are playing some Rune Wars again. Yep, mic is good. We're gonna continue like we've been doing, talking through the game, pointing out the mistakes we make and the lessons we've learned. So I am teaching Andrew here for the first time how the missions work. So we're gonna play the skirmish mode, which has a special caveat, which we'll talk about in a second. Normally what you do at the beginning of the game is you have 6 mission cards and 6 deployment cards. Those deployment cards are great, right? And what you do is at the start of the game, you flip 3 of each. And then the first player gets to pick one card. So let's say you're like, ooh, I really like that mission. Cool. Now as player 2, I get to pick the way we deploy. So that's like a balancing act, but it's random.
So I could have chosen deployment first.
You could have chosen deployment, which would then leave me to choose objective, which is super cool, I think.
Yeah.
In the skirmish mode, we do not use the deployment cards.
Okay.
The deployment cards even have like what terrain is used, and I'll show you how that works. For the skirmish, we're essentially setting up within 3 of each other of our back edges, and there's 1 of each type of terrain, which we'll talk about in just a second. So. What we're going to do, we're both at 100 points. Normally the person with initiative or the person with the lower score is initiative. So we are going to flip a coin, because we're tied. So, call it in the air. Empire or Rebels?
Empire.
Rebels it is. So I will be first player, which basically just means I pick the objective. So we're going to pull 6, or pull 3, and I pick which one they are. In the skirmish mode, all the points are halved, rounded down. So, let's just see what these look like. Confluence of Magic. Each player takes 3 objective tokens. Then, starting with the player who did not choose this card, the players take turns placing the tokens at range 1 to 2 of their opponent's deployment area, but beyond range 1 of terrain, other objective tokens, or the edge of the play area. During play, when a unit overlaps an objective token, place the token on that unit's card. Blah blah blah. So you pick up the token, and then when you have one, you get a special action. That's recast a number of energy tokens equal to the objective tokens on your unit card, which are those energy tokens. Remember that we cast?
Right.
So you could pick them up and change them.
Gotcha.
So I'm not going to do this because that benefits your rune golem, and I don't really have anything that gets major benefits from that. I mean, my skeletons do regenerate on a green. And it is kind of neat. But I think that will probably better serve us in larger games.
Yeah.
Let me just get some of this stuff ready. Real mess over here. So here's the magic tokens, whatever those are called. I forget off the top of my head. We're also the dice and this. Okay. So the other ones we have supply raid. Each player takes 4 objective tokens, starting then, and you like set them up, and you basically try to steal them from each other. Yep. And we have escort. So I get to pick. I'm going to go, you know what? I just want to see it in action. I'm going to go with Confluence of Magic. Okay. It was the first one I read fully, and I kind of don't feel like reading any of the other ones.
Sounds good.
So we'll read this again in just a second. Because now we're going to figure out the terrain. So in the skirmish mode, see how each terrain card has a castle type and a, I forget what they're called, but it's like a castle and a mountain. Mm-hmm. Those are 2-sided. So that represents that and that.
Gotcha.
So what we do is for the deployment, you draw cards equal to the castle first, and then you draw cards equal to that and use that symbol. For the skirmish mode, we have 1 of each, always starting with castle.
Gotcha.
Hello, dear.
Hi.
Hello.
What's up?
You're streaming?
We are streaming.
Well, I'll save all those embarrassing things to myself.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. All right, you ready? And I've actually combined 2 full sets of terrain. I don't know. I don't think you're supposed to do that in a tournament, but I'd rather be able to possibly see 2 forests or whatever. Yeah. So we're gonna play it our way. So the first one will be a castle type, and it's a forest. And the second one will be a mountain type, and it is spikes. So these are the 2 terrains on the board, and you place the first one.
And how do they work?
Basically, I think further than our deployment zone and further than one of each other. Similar to Armada.
I guess, I mean,
Off
what
the top
do
of my
they
head.
do? I know, and
yes.
here you get some kind of bonus, right?
Yes, you do. I actually should have left those cards out because we need to reference them. So there's the forest. Here's the spikes. So the forest has cover 1, which while you're inside it, while a unit's inside it, they get basically an extra armor.
Okay.
In order to go inside it, you make a move or a shift into it, and then pick up your models. So like, let's say these guys go into it, I then pick them up, and they're here, and they basically have frontage all around.
Gotcha.
It's pretty cool.
Wait, frontage all around? What do you mean?
Like their front is 360 from the terrain.
That's cool.
If you assault it, then yeah. So it can handle a unit of up to 6 stands. So any of the stuff we have will fit in there right now, which is pretty neat.
Yep.
And then this thing is deadly 3. If you overlap it, you first of all you stop when you overlap terrain like that. So if you do this, you'd stop right there, and you would take 3 damage.
That's awful.
Yep. So don't run into that.
Got it.
Okay, so you place first. Do you want me to read the mission again real fast before we set this up?
I think
I'll tell you what, why don't you read the mission? You read it out so we can make sure we understand what's going on here.
Each player takes 3 objective tokens. Then, starting with the player who did not choose this card, the players take turns placing the tokens at range 1 to 2 of their opponent's deployment area, but beyond range 1 of terrain, other objective tokens, or the edge of the play area. During play, when a unit overlaps an objective token, place that token on that unit's card. When a unit is destroyed, place any objective tokens from its card on the play area in the center of where the unit's last tray was positioned. I guess that does make sense. Do not recast energy tokens during the end phase. All units gain the following: recast a number of energy tokens equal to the objective tokens on your unit card.
Oh, you don't recast them at the end of the turn. That's kind of
So
interesting.
you have to have the
You gotta do the action.
Right.
Everyone should have an action capability. That's actually pretty interesting, man.
yeah. I don't know how often it's worth
Huh.
doing. Well, I guess
Well, because it directly drives him, and I'm looking for green ones to drive my skellies.
yeah.
So that's this could be fun. Okay, so we place terrain first, then those, then we deploy.
So I guess somebody else would have to re-roll it so that he could make use of it.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of cool. We'll
Yep.
let's leave that off to the side so we can reference it because we'll screw up, frankly. So now you get to place one of those.
And how far did you say?
I think it's further. It can't be in our deployment zones and further than 1 from each other. I can look that up though.
Our deployment zones are 3, right?
Yeah. For this one, for this particular one. Here we go. Define play area, gather components, choose deployment objective, place terrain. Shuffle the terrain cards together, then deal them out. Starting with the player who chose the deployment card, which would have been you in this case. You just didn't have a choice. The players take turns. Okay. Terrain cannot be placed at range 1 to 2 of the edge of the play area, at range 1 to 2 of other terrain, or touching either deployment area. So really, it could be right up to a deployment area, just not touching it.
Yeah.
Terrain can't be placed at range 1 to 2 of the play area, so it's got to be further than that from the sides. It can't be placed at 1 to 2 of other terrain or touching either deployment area. Cool. Giving yourself the forest there, huh? Smart.
Oh, kind of.
Yeah, so smart.
So smart.
Okay. Alright, then I'm going to do that. It's got to be further than 1 to 2. Just like that. So let's talk a little more about terrain. You have to, when you do a movement that ends over it, you then occupy it. When you leave, you do either a march order or a shift, which is like the four arrows. When you do a shift, you place the unit so that any side is touching it. When you do a march, you place it so that the back is touching it. You cannot charge on that. We found that out. You can't end in a combat when you do that, basically.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now we alternate placing these, starting with you. And you
That's
place
in
them.
your deployment area, right?
Yeah, you place them at 1 to 2 of my deployment area. So here, let me just mark my deployment area real quick. That's essentially my deployment area. More or less. And they have to be at 1 to 2, so not too far away.
So kind of hard for you to not get them. Well, I guess I'm just basically routing you to where I want you to go. Right? Oh, how far away from objectives was it?
Further than 1 from terrain, I think.
Okay.
Is that right? Beyond range 1 of terrain, other objective tokens, or the edge of the play area. Yep.
I'm out of your zone, right?
Yep. possibly put one here.
Believe so.
Yeah, looks like it. And it's just an @ so I'll just do that right there. Over to you, sir.
There's no like points earned for any of this, right? It's just
No, this one has no points earned. Okay. Well, that's got to be a lot closer. Remember, it's got to be within 1 or 2
right,
of
yeah.
mine.
1 or 2. No, I'm kind of. I changed my mind. Sorry, I'm giving you a route. It seems silly.
Okay. Don't know what I'm doing, but sure, why not? Alright, let's finish reading setup, because I kind of forget who deploys first. Place terrain, resolve objectives. Okay, we just did that. Deploy units. Starting with the first player, which is me. We take turns placing units. Cool?
Do your floaty list.
Yep. Alright. Archers! What about a Skelly Archer, though? They're terrible.
So you basically have to land on the token, not just pass.
Yeah, you gotta overlap it.
Oh, heck.
Look, man, I'm not your friend.
I don't know who the best target for my horsey is, or anybody really. Well, kind of.
Okay.
That's hard.
Seagull. Stop it now.
Everyone told me not to stroll on the beach.
Seagull's gonna come. Pop you in the coconut.
They did. I don't really know, and maybe you don't either, but who would win, like, just on a one-on-one?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just kind of just gambling.
that's what this is all about, man. Just learning it.
That's what it's all about. And you can arch from the woods, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. Go arch.
Arch it. Arch it up. Arch up the jam. Arch it.
And if I have a unit in here already, what happens if one of my other
I
guys
think only a single unit can occupy it at a time, so I think they just stop at the edge of it.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, but I think that's what it is.
Someday when you are older,
You will get hit by a boulder.
come seagulls. Both
Step
on
in
knees.
now.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, no, you're right.
Do you know anything? I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't either. Let's do it. You ready?
Yep.
I think we're about as good as we can be, so here you go. Turn 1, casting the magic. Whoosh. And it will not get recast again until someone spins those. Seagull's gonna come. Poke you in the coconut. Alright, let's do it, man.
Let's do this, we shall. Rearrange.
Did you already see that one of the things... This card says spend from an ally before revealing a command to remove a Bane or ready one upgrade card. It's from yourself. This text, I think, is wrong.
Oh.
In the rules, it's you spend it from yourself, which makes a heck of a lot more sense.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have another reference card?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm hoarding them all. Here you go. They're both double-sided. Seagull's gonna come. Puppy in the coconut.
And decisions are hard.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright, dude. 1s, 2s, 3s.
I have 3s.
3s, go.
Do you have any 3?
No.
Okay. Start with this guy. Just did a straightforward 1 with +1 armor.
Alright, if you have more 3s, go ahead.
I do. Straightforward 2 with a rally. So I'm feeling inspired. And she's in the woods, I guess, right?
Yep. So you put her in the center to show she's occupying it, I think.
So I need my inspiration.
Oh yeah.
Which is this, right?
Yep. Okay, 4s. 5s. I have a 5.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Do I have a 4? I don't have 4.
Okay, my 5 is Erebus going forward 3 and doing a rally. Oh god, 3 is way farther than I think. rally. Okay. Let me rotate the camera over to my stuff now. So that's 5s. Do you have any other 5s?
Nope.
Okay. 6s?
Nah.
I've got 6s. Indifferent area. Okay, so these guys did a 1 shift followed by an action. So I'm going to shift forward 1. Which is going to definitely overlap that. I'm then going to spend that with my action to recast this guy right here. Come on, baby, come up green. No more blue. This one sucks.
I was debating even bothering with them.
No, actually, it's kind of neat. Okay, I have another 6. Skellies did a straight 3, followed by an action. So they should be perfectly aligned with him, and they're going to pick that up. And they're going to go ahead and use that action, of course, to spend that. We're going to try that again. Same one. Come on, green. Come up green. Yay. Okay. And then I have another 6. My dude did an action. I was hoping your cav would be a little closer. I was hoping you would have rushed out. Didn't think so, but... And then a straight 3 after that. He has a straight 3 as a modifier, which is really neat, I think. Okay. That is all I got, so now it's everything you got.
Okay, I did. My other guys have 8s, so he did a straight 2 with a rally thing. Inspiration rally.
A robo rally, if you will.
I won't.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for asking, though.
I gotta get the brightness fixed on the cam.
And these guys did a straight 4 with an action, but whatever. Oh, maybe I'll use an action. I don't know. How should I know?
Yeah, we'll hit that. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it wants to fall apart. I should have gotten that first.
Yeah, you're supposed to slide it. Jeez. So those guys were straight, so they should be like that.
Life's hard.
Oh,
Okay,
Andrew.
So their action. So what is that even going to do for you?
My reanimates come back at the end, up to the number of greens.
Right, but in this turn it's not going to do anything because we're going to reroll again. Right?
Yeah, we're just gonna reroll again.
So there's no point in me. Okay. I'm just going to keep that then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see. Because you just hang on to it. Yep. That's it, right? Turn 2. You're now the first player.
I'm a little scared right
You
now.
can pre-measure everything.
So I measure from the edge of this whole thing.
Yes, you do. I believe you do.
And if I have line of sight from anywhere, or how does...
I think it's 360 degree line of sight. You know what? Why don't we just read it right now?
Okay.
Because the terrain rules are really where I get the most hung up. So let's just read it. That's what we're here to do. We're here to learn how this game works instead of guess. All right. To enter a piece of terrain, the unit is removed from its current position on the play area. All right. Okay. I'm just going to start from the beginning. Terrain is an obstacle. Players choose and place a number of terrain pieces on the play area during setup as determined by the deployment card. If a piece of terrain has a capacity value, like that forest does, a unit can choose to enter and occupy a piece of that terrain when that unit collides with it. A unit can only enter a piece of terrain in this way if that unit consists of a number of trays equal to or lower than that terrain's capacity value, and if the terrain is currently unoccupied. To enter a piece of terrain, the unit is removed from its current position on the play area and placed on that piece of terrain. The unit is now occupying that terrain. If the unit cannot be placed on the terrain or would not fit entirely inside the physical piece of terrain, the unit is placed off of the play area and a single figure is removed from the unit and placed on that terrain to mark the unit occupying. So like one of these guys would be hanging off the edge, right? After the unit resolves all effects of entering that terrain, its activation immediately ends. If it had a bonus action or other game effects to perform, these are cancelled. What did she have a game effect Did she rally? She rallied, so that rally should be gone.
Okay.
She would not have been able to do that. Okay. While occupying terrain, a unit can perform all of its actions and modifiers as normal, with the exception of the march and shift actions. If the unit performs a march or shift action while occupying terrain, it immediately exits the terrain. When a unit exits a piece of terrain, that unit is removed from the piece of terrain and placed on the play area so that part of one of the unit's edges is touching the edge of that terrain. Which edge of the unit must be touching the terrain edge depends on the action the unit performed. If the unit exits a piece of terrain by performing a march action, any part of that unit's back edge must be touching the edge of the terrain. If the unit exits a piece of terrain by performing a shift action, any part of either the unit's front or side edge must be touching the edge of the terrain. Interesting, so it can't be the back, okay? When a unit exits a piece of terrain, that unit cannot be overlapping or touching any other obstacle. If a unit cannot be placed while exiting, it cannot exit the terrain, and the march or shift action fails. While performing ranged attacks while occupying a piece of terrain, the point from which the unit measures range and determines line of sight can be anywhere on the edge of that piece of terrain. When determining line of sight, the unit's firing arc is ignored. As such, a unit can fire in any direction. When a unit is targeted by a ranged attack or other effect while occupying a piece of terrain, the unit performing the attack measures range and determines line of sight to any point of the edge of the piece of that terrain. If any part of a unit's tray is touching a piece of terrain that an enemy occupies, the edge of that unit that is touching the terrain is treated as touching the front edge of the enemy unit. A unit occupying a piece of terrain can be engaged with any number of units in this way at the same time. When a unit collides with a piece of terrain that an enemy occupies, those units resolve any effects of that collision as if the unit had collided with the enemy. When a unit enters a piece of terrain that an enemy is touching, those units resolve any effects of a collision as if the unit had collided with the enemy. When a unit exits a piece of terrain that an enemy is touching, it counts as disengaging from that enemy, receiving the panic token and suffering any other game effects that would trigger from disengaging. Okay. Pieces of terrain each have special rules that represent how they affect the battle. These are represented blah 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 below. I didn't see... Did you hear me say something about them not being able to charge out of it? Because Dano read that to me last night, but I don't remember where he found that.
It said with the exception of march and the side.
Oh, because it says you can't be touching. Okay, that's why. Because you don't get to move further. You can't be touching another enemy, so there's no way you can do a charge out of it.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Makes sense? I think I'm good.
Yeah. Where was the part that said I got +1 armor? Or is that...
That's listed on the... It says cover 1.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
that was the only part I didn't read.
Okay.
It talks about those keywords.
Cool.
Cover 1 gives you +1 armor.
Word up.
Alright, so we're placing them dials. Don't touch that dial.
No. 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 Interesting little pickle. Little pickle. This part's so hard. We roll. Did we reroll that?
No. This scenario specifically says you don't do that.
Oh.
Oh, that's why you
That's what
said
I was
that.
asking
Do you
you.
want to take that back? Go ahead. Yeah, this specifically says we don't recast them at the end. So if you want to take that back, you had the action.
Yeah, I'll just...
It didn't click what you meant.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like, well, we'll be re-rolling those as we go. So. Dang, Andrew. Dang.
Dang. Okay. Oops. Well, that makes more sense. That's why I thought it kind of sucked. Now it makes sense. Oh. Oh. Did I do this yet? Sorry, I'm so slow. Is there a... You can only have one inspiration token, I'm guessing.
No, I think you can stack them up. I could be wrong, but I think you can.
And your right thing is always done after your left.
Yes,
Right?
yeah.
Well,
And if anything cancels your left thing, the right thing is canceled.
okay. Everything's so scary.
Alright, I'm good.
Okay, I think I'm whatever.
Okay, 1s, 2s,
2.
2.
Yeah.
She's range on a 2? Good
Yep.
God.
Guess I'm gonna arch. So you got 1 greenie. So I'd have to kill 4, otherwise you're getting 1 back. And that applies to both of them, right?
No, the archers don't have that.
Okay. And I actually do have...
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Crazy. And he's what, 3 armor?
Yes.
Jerk. That's not totally undoable, right? Look at that. Where the just look at these before
Yeah,
I
just
decide. So since I have my threat is increased by 1, so basically each hit is 2, right?
Yep. Yep. Each hit is 2 damage.
So I basically just need 2 hits to actually plink through him.
That's
right. Alright, I'm gonna go for him.
Cool.
Seems like an important target. I do get to reroll.
Yeah, you get to reroll 1. Oh, there you go. Got a wound on him.
I'll take it. Oh, I got an inspiration token. But I can get them when I'm in there, just not going in
Yep.
there. Okay.
Yep. Oh, I gave you 1.
Oh.
I'm just keeping them on the fig, because we can keep them on the cards if you'd rather.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay, that was your 2s. 3s?
Nope.
4s?
Nope.
5s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any 5s. Oh wait, I do have a 5, but you're the first player, so you go first.
Did well, 3 minus 2. Or 3 minus 1 is 4. You said you slide it?
Yep.
I got this, right? Is that not touching the ground?
There you go. Okay, I've got a 5. I don't like it. Did a charge with him, which I don't think he's going to quite make contact. So he will pick that up, but he's going to take a panic token. Since he charged but doesn't do anything. Got him straight enough. So he hit, he gets this, but he also takes a panic token. Alright. 6s. No 6s?
No, sir.
Dang, son. I have a 6. This guy, he is going to put a blight on them and take +1 armor.
It's green, right?
Yes, sir. And then unfortunately, with my skellies, I did a charge as well, thinking you would... I thought those guys acted really low in the initiative order on the charges.
Some of them.
Cool. Well, that'll be a panic token there as well.
It's a delay.
Alright. 7s.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting. Well, 3 slide to the right. I guess I'm still going to hit those skellies.
You're probably going to hit him first, actually. Because you slide.
Oh, yeah.
So you collide with him.
So how does this work if
So you then square up. Then you got to slide until a base is aligned.
So does that mean I'm engaged
I
with
believe
the
you're
skellies
engaged
too?
with both of those
Okay.
guys, yeah.
Alright, so that was a charge, so... In fact, when you collide with an enemy unit during a charge, that unit receives 1 panic token,
Yeah,
so that
so
means
I
that...
think you collided with him.
Okay,
You squared up to them,
okay.
but you collided with him.
Cool.
Mounting panic on old Erebus.
So then 2 reds and a blue. I guess I'll do it on this guy.
On Erebus.
Though I don't have brutal, so I really would have to get 3.
Well, but you have
damage.
two. You have 2 frontage, so you do 2 damage per threat.
Oh, okay.
Remember, for rank and file, it's
Right.
based on your dudes.
Alright, I'm gonna attack your big guy then. I could do a lot of damage to your actual skellies. No, I'll do the big guy. I don't like the big guy. So,
He's got an armor of 3, so that's 2 wounds on him.
cool.
Wow, nice. Yeah, he's 1 wound away from death. That's good. And you had a panic token, so you can use that and spend these to make me do a panic check.
Yeah,
Which you want to do.
Yeah.
So I assume you spend them all,
Yep.
in which case you reveal 3 cards. And because that's fear, I can't take that one, but I could take either one of these. Because he has steadfast, where these count as 4. Fear and doubts count as 1 higher.
Gotcha. Well, that's terrible. That doesn't apply. So I guess you receive an immobilized token. That
Okay.
removes a tray from.
Yeah, that's horrible, man. Well, that was a rough round for me.
Discarded, I guess.
And then finally my archers. Oh wait, do you have more 7s?
No more 7.
Okay. So I have a 7, is what I meant. Is he a 7?
No.
Okay. My archers are a 7. They did a shift, a 2-point shift, and a rally. Oh, yeah, no, it has to be when he reveals it. Yep. Okay. So I'm all done. Oh crap, I forgot I could have spent his blight. Oh well, whatever. I'm an idiot. I could spend his blight to, actually, dude, it's too late. See, I need to get these combos right, right? Like, he needs to be within 3 to use anyone's abilities, but when you attack, I can spend a blight to get rid of a die, which I probably would have done.
Yeah.
You want to let me take one
let's take
wound
a
back
damage
since we're
also.
just
Yeah,
screwing
yeah.
around here?
Yep.
Because if I don't, I can't utilize it next turn anyways.
Right.
So I would have certainly done that.
I'm guessing we're both 8s here.
I'm
You've already gone with everybody.
Yeah.
This is gonna be bad. I don't think I'm gonna hit you, even though he is slightly turned. 2 charge. Nope. So I take a panic.
You do indeed. Yeah, you didn't get squared up. Should be like that. There you go.
And nothing my inspiration does. Can my inspiration stop me from getting that?
No. Inspiration you spend before you reveal the dial to get rid of an effect.
Okay. So panic is
This guy right here.
Well, that didn't go well. But the rest of the turn did, I guess.
Yeah, the rest of the turn was fine. Alright, that's it. New turn. Hand me the turn token.
He's really not maneuverable. So hypothetically, if I never mind, that doesn't make sense. Okay, never mind. Oh boy.
Shouldn't be that. I should have rally, not that. Alright, I think I'm ready.
stuff with these guys. Putting them all. Thought they were a little quicker. Well, they're kind of fast, but
Yeah, that ain't bad. Alright, ones, twos.
no.
Threes.
I have a 3.
I also have a 3 and I'm first, so. This guy, I'm going to first spend my rally to get rid of my immobilize. And I will attack those horsies. I've got double whites plus an auto damage. That's the entire unit. I just did 8 damage to those guys.
Cool.
Good God.
Happy for you.
Well, okay.
That was yucky.
I'll take that.
I don't have a 3 anymore.
Okay. Jeez. Pretty solid hit there.
Yeah. That guy's yucky.
4s. I've got a 4. These guys did an attack, thinking I would need to follow up, but nah. In fact, nah. Okay, so that's my 4s. 5s?
Yep. I regret this now. I did a sidesteppy with a 1 defense, so I guess I could do that.
You sure can, yep.
Which, does it have to be like fully touching?
I don't think so. It just says touching.
Abuse that a bit. Something like that.
Okay. 6s.
Nope.
7s.
Nope.
I have 7s. You have no 7s.
Correct.
Great. Alright, these guys did a shift and a rally. I'm going to shift straight ahead. And they get another rally token. And then I also did a 7 with this guy, which I now also regret. He did a 4 charge into your rune golem. But I'm thinking because he's at an angle, I'm actually probably going to hit your flank. Because that's the weirdness, right? See? See how I like do that?
That makes no sense.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's way easier to hit flanks than we thought.
Yeah.
Because I've got 0-0 and we're not fully flush. I could be wrong. Oh, you know what though? I can't. Because I can't be hanging off the edge. Alright, so there's at least that. Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's far worse for me. Okay, cool. So I charged him. I'm blue, red. That will not be enough damage to punch. You've got 4 armor, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but I will trigger a morale check.
Okay. Using my
And I'll
panic.
spin that too, yep. So I get to flip 2 cards. Okay. So I got Disarray. You receive a stun token, or Loss of Faith, which does nothing. So you receive a stun token, which will effectively cancel your modifier.
Great.
Okay, so that's it for me.
But my inspiration. Okay, so I can actually just get rid of it before I.
Yeah, you can spend your inspiration to get rid of that.
Okay, so you're done.
I'm done. I'm all done. It's all you.
All right, so I'm gonna spend my inspiration to get rid of this. Well, actually, first a question: if I charge when we're already engaged, what happens?
Yeah, it fails.
Okay.
So just nothing happens.
So really, I might as well just let this happen then and keep my
Well,
inspiration.
I choose to spend to spend that. You
Oh,
don't
okay.
you don't lose it right now. I can wait till later.
All right, then I'll just get rid of it. Bummer. Okay, well that's him. These guys did 4. And what else? No, just a skill thing. So I have a straight 4. Did you take my 4?
I'm sorry. I probably did. Yep, totally did.
That's farther than I wanted it to be. Oops.
I got you.
Actually, that's not necessarily farther than I wanted. Well,
There you go.
all right.
That's a new turn, right?
Yep.
Turn 4. I think we're in some tight spots here across the board. Okay. This is going to be a weird one. 1, 2, 3. You're up.
Charge.
Oh, yeah. He's dead.
I don't know. It's hard to get through that with. Oh,
we don't actually do that. Yep.
Sorry.
You just touch. Because you flanked me, you get to add an extra die of either red or blue color. You probably want to add red. That's the killier die. Yep, he's dead.
Sweet.
And you probably want to just reroll that blue, because she can reroll one. Because that lightning bolt will now do 2 damage to either of these.
Don't I need 2 lightning bolts?
Nope.
Oh. What was it that needs 2?
This guy.
Oh, to get through them is what I was thinking before. Yeah. Okay. So
she's completely broken. So you can hit either of these units.
For 1 damage. So basically kill a figure.
Is it just 1 damage? Isn't
No,
it each lightning bolt does 2?
It's
yeah.
2. You're
So
right.
you can kill 2 figures. Just for funsies.
I'll kill 2 from that, I guess.
Alright,
Since
cool.
I have a better chance of actually getting to that.
Okay, cool. Well, he's a gunner. Over to me. I have 3s. This guy did a rally and +1 armor. 4s.
Nope.
5s.
Yep.
Go ahead.
You don't have 85.
I do, but you're a first player.
Okay. Oh, am I supposed to know that?
Yeah, that we pass that back and forth.
No, I mean, am I supposed to find out that you also have a 5, or is it like, do you have any 5? Okay.
Probably not.
Well, I guess it wouldn't have changed anything, but it doesn't really matter in this case. But anyway, so I did an attack with +2 armor.
Cool.
So just 2 reds.
Cool. So you can make a 1 morale check. Which is good. Wavering resolve. The unit discards all boons it had. That worked. Oh wait, is that confusion? Yeah, it takes it. Okay. I have a 5. My archers are going to shoot at Carrie.
Oh man.
That's 2, but I get a reroll. She has what, 3 armor?
Yeah.
How many damage are on this? Yeah, there's a couple damages. Hey, I did a wound to her. Thank God for the reroll. Oh, and I there was a surge on that, right? I rolled that.
I thought it was an accuracy.
Oh, was it?
I could be wrong.
No, you're right. It was one since I did a surge. All right, so because I need 2 surges to do anything cool with them. And then my other 7 is I did a shift.
I have a 5.
Yeah, no. That's cool.
That won't matter.
That's cool.
I did a hard
A
1.
hard 1. I got you.
Uh-oh. Oh god, I
Oop, that's not
messed up. Oh no,
No, you're good.
The way
Everything is proceeding as planned.
maybe they'll get to play this game. Fight, I mean, not play.
Okay, and then my skellies did a shift with +1 armor.
Are you killing the Gillies?
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
I think this one is not gonna go well for me.
Oh. Oh. That sucks.
Oh, I get a skelly back. There's a green showing. Get on back in there now, Skelly. we're playing a mission where the rune tokens don't get rolled. We're playing what's it called? Confluence of Magic. So no rune tokens. So I'm player 1 now, and we're on turn 5. Okay.
Okay. Whatever, man. Who cares? Nothing matters.
Yeah, this is going to be a horrible defeat. All right, let's see. 1s, 2s, 3s. Well,
Oh, wait.
I should
I
say.
lied. I don't have a 3. Never mind.
I also I have a 2, so
Okay.
I'm just the worst. These guys did a rotate. And another rally. Okay, 3s. I have 3s. This guy did a rally and +1 armor. 4s. I have a 4.
I do too. Never mind. I don't have to.
These guys did a rally and +1 armor. Your 4s?
Yeah. 2 slight left charge.
Yep. So she's going to square up here. Right, because she would hit like that.
Yeah.
And there's no reason not to go into the flank.
So blue, white, and red if I so choose, right?
That's right. Or
I guess,
another blue.
Yeah,
It's
blue.
your choice.
Actually, I think I'll go with blue since it's got more lightning. So
this is how broke she is.
Yeah.
You just killed 3 of those dudes and a whole base of archers.
Oh, yeah, that's messed up.
Right? Because you got 4 surges and you did 3 damage with armor 2.
Oh, I didn't get any. No, okay.
I just can't wrap my head around what makes her not amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we can call this one. There's being flanked with Skellies there. They're clearly dead on this charge. They were further back.
They were
right?
further back.
Yeah, whatever. But you're gonna charge them at 3, so you're gonna definitely hit them. And there's no possible way they'll survive, and those guys are gonna get eaten by carry. So I think we can call it.
Cool.
All right. Ugly, man. I just can't figure out the Skellies.
Yeah.
I just can't figure them out.
Oh, I'm happy to switch.
Nah.
Give it a shot.
Now I'm ready to keep trying and
Okay.
keep banging my head against the wall with them.
I mean, maybe it's upgrades and stuff like that do it for them.
Like I said, I think once we get to 200 points, they're going to be a lot better.
Yeah.
Like, I think the worms are just weird to use. The archers are... It's hard. They're built on a lot of cool synergies that when they work, dude. If these guys hit someone who has blight on them, man, they wreck face. And Erebus will wreck stuff with blight as well. It's just really hard to keep blight active, I think. And I think that'll get easier when there's more blight generating stuff. Like at 200 points, you can just tie more things together.
Yeah.
All right, let's run another one back.